we're going to either, if you've got a couple of blocks that you can use at home, if you've got a couple of books, like a dictionary, encyclopedia size, just two of something that you can use as a support. So I'll give you a second to run grab something if you need it. We're going to do a little back work today. I think when you are a little more sedentary than you are usually, the back really starts to tighten up, the back and the hips. So today we're going to work on opening up that small low back and really kind of letting that stretch. And also just a scripture that's kind of been on my heart this week is the Lord keeps in perfect peace all whose eyes are trained on him. So I just keep reminding myself of that during this time when things are a little confusing and scary and just not really knowing what tomorrow holds. So thank you for being here this morning, and let's go ahead and get started. Just sitting up on your mat nice and tall, however you're most comfortable, with your legs crossed is fine. We're just going to sit up nice and tall, and if you have your blocks, let's just put one on each side of the mat or a book. It doesn't matter for this first part how tall or big it is, just something that can help guide your hands. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to start with the hands rested on the knees, and we're going to round back. We're going to bring the chin to the chest and really hollow out that belly, bringing the chin down, holding onto the knees. And then we're going to come forward and we're going to stretch up nice and tall. Give that back a little arch, lifting the chin. And then let's start to incorporate our breath. So we're going to round down. We're going to take a deep breath in. And we're going to come up tall and we're going to exhale here. Then we're going to round down, breathing in. Chin to the chest. Coming up tall, exhale. One more time. Rounding down. And lifting up. And exhale. Let's go ahead and drop the chin to the chest. And let's bring that right ear to the right shoulder. Really relaxing that opposite shoulder. Try to hold no tension in the head and the neck. Just let the head hang nice and heavy. And let's bring the chin back down and go to the other side. Just waking up your body. And back down center. Good. And let's lift the head up. Now this time let's go ahead and let's take that block on the left. Let's push it away. And then let's bring that right ear again down to the right shoulder. Gonna feel that nice big stretch down the arm and into the neck. Hold that, take a breath. And then you've got your block on your right side, and we're just gonna go ahead and keep that head tilted. We're gonna lower our elbow to our block or our book or whatever we have, and we're gonna open that palm over to the side. Try to keep that left hip down on the floor. Gazing up towards your arm. Try really hard not to round forward. We're opening up today. Good, and let's come back up center, and let's press the block away on the right side. And bring that left ear to the left shoulder. Oh wow, I feel that this morning. Stretch and hold, breathe. And let's scoot that left block back in, and let's bring that left elbow down, gazing up toward the hand. Let's come all the way over and hold that stretch, guys. Good, and let's lift back up. Now let's go ahead and turn the palms up behind you, and let's just let that head draw you towards the floor. This is going to stretch the knees a little bit. Start stretching and opening that low back. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, just let your head be drawn nice and heavy. And then let's come up, lifting the arms with that breath, clasping the hands together, extending those index fingers, and let's really work the rib cage here. Sitting up tall, wiggle those hips, take a breath in, lifting up. Feel those lungs of air and exhale. And again, lifting up and exhale. Let's go one more time, lifting up as tall as you can, breathing in, up, and release. Let's go ahead and grab that left knee while we're seated here nice and tall, and let's gaze over that shoulder. Give that leg a little pull, and let's really wring that spine out. And then let's reverse to the other side. Sitting up nice and tall, use that leg to pull and stretch around. Good, and let's release. And let's take that right leg and we're just gonna turn it behind us. Again, sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna reach over to the right side and do that stretch one more time, adding the leg into it this time. Hold here. Now, if you're like me, I don't go very far in this position. I'm not that flexible once I add that leg into the equation, but I really feel that through my upper body. Good, and let's lean over again onto that block, and let's float that right leg up, still sitting up nice and tall. Good, your knee and toe are facing forward, and let's go ahead and lift that leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's tuck it back, and then let's use that left hand to push the body up. Again, we're starting to open that low back. Press your hips forward, reach that right arm behind you. Hold. Good. Let's bring it down, and let's tuck that right leg under and bring the left leg behind. Again, moving over to the left, raising that right arm and reaching across. Woo, you may feel really tight, and that's okay. Breathing. In my mind, I'm looking very ballerina-esque. That's why I keep my eyes closed. Holding. Breathing, really stretching over. Now let's come back down on that block on the right side, bringing that left leg out, knee and toe forward. Sit up tall here and lift for 8, 7, 6, 5. Really feel that hip. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend it back. Place that right hand to the floor. Push the hips forward and reaching back with that left arm. Hold. Good. Let's have a seat. And let's bring the legs forward on the mat. Really doing our warm-up seated this morning. We're going to go ahead and reach for those toes, keeping the head lifted. Knees are soft. Let's see how far down the leg we can go, keeping that head lifted. Maybe you can bend your elbows and give it a little tug here, and hold. Breathe. And exhale. One more time here. Breathe. Chin up and exhale. Now let's move to a pointed toe, and let's bring the head down. This is not my most flexible posture either. I have those nice tight hamstrings. Try not to resist too much and sinking down into that stretch with your breath. This will start to open up our hamstrings, so we'll be a little more ready to go once we get to our down dog. Let's slide our hands back, keeping those fingertips forward, pressing into the heels, lift the hips, and release the head. Holding slide the fingers back and squeeze the hips, release the head. Great job. And down we come. Beautiful. Let's come around onto all fours. Having a block on either side or your books, whatever you've got. Let's go ahead and curl those toes under and let's move through our cat-cow. You know the drill here. This is one of my most important postures, I think. Not just to me, but to a lot of people that have any kind of lower back issues. I definitely have my quarantine hairdo working this morning. Oh goodness, no telling what it's gonna look like when we're done. Lifting the head, neck, and shoulders right here. Lift, tailbone up, head up. On the way down, really press the palms into the floor, chin to the chest. It's like you're trying to get the small of your back right up to the ceiling. Breathe. Up, 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 press, and release. Inhale. And up we go. Now we're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to slide our left foot back and our right arm forward, and we're going to hold, lifting that foot. Now we're going to bring the elbow to the knee, tuck the chin. We're going to extend back out. We're going to bring the right arm back, elbow lifted, and the knee on the left mimics that to the side. And release forward. Coming in, elbow to knee. Breathing. Extend, exhale. Leg and arm out to opposite sides. Pull and release. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Strong here to the side. Pulling back and release. 1 more. Inhale. Release. And out to the side. Pull back. And extend. Hold here. Now let's try to reach back and find that foot. Pressing into the palm. Lift the head and hold. Find your balance this morning. Holding. Good. And let's release and do the other side. Move through a few cat-cow here before we move on. Rounding up. And release. I want to make sure this back is nice and warm before we get to some of the flow we're going to do today. Round. And release. 1 more. Good. Let's go ahead and extend the right leg back and the left arm forward. And hold. Let's come in, tuck, out. Left arm, elbow high, right leg, pull back, and release. Let's come in, and out. Breathe, strong, pull back, and release. We've got 2 more. Inhale, exhale, pull. Ooh, 1 more, guys. Breathing in, exhale, pull, and release. Let's find that ankle, lift the head, pressing into your palm. And release. Great job. Let's go ahead and open those knees, and let's find our child's pose. Reaching to the front corners of the mat, bringing the head down. Pressing your body back towards your heels. Walking those hands forward, splaying those fingers, pressing the palms down, and breathe. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Coming up, we're going to warm up these arms because a part of this low back series has a lot to do with this upper body. So we're going to walk our legs back until we can drop those hips, and those wrists are right underneath the shoulders, close to the body. We're going to bring our chest down. We're going to and back. See if you can make it nice and smooth, working at your own pace. You find your rhythm, you find your pace. Coming forward, squeeze those elbows into the body. And back, and release. We've got 2 more here. Work that breath, down, and back. And 1 more, coming in. Breathe. And back. Let's bring those hands all the way to the back of the mat, palms up by the heels. Release the back. Catch your breath here. Let those arms stretch out. Beautiful. Let's walk out on our mat and find our first plank of the day. Yes. Good. Remember, plank is a reference for a board, so you want to be nice and straight. Now all we're going to do is pivot our feet and lift that upper hand. Coming back down. Pivot the feet and lift that hand. Strong. Let's go 1 more on each side. Pivot the feet, lift that hand. 1 more time. Little theme here, getting our arms nice and heated up. And release. Let's go ahead and find our down dog. Walk those feet in. Really lift those hips nice and high and press back. Let's go ahead and pedal out here. Your hamstrings aren't necessarily warm, just because the rest of you is. We haven't got there yet. Pedal those feet. Now let's really push back. Let's bring that right hand to the left calf, right through the legs. And hold. Feel that calf. And release to the other side. Pressing back. Left hand to the back of the right calf. And release. Let's walk the hands back towards the feet. And let's open that right hand to the ceiling. Up we go, looking up there. Let's bring that hand down. We're going to come into a toe raise. We're going to drop the hips, and we're going to balance and float those arms up. We're going to hold for 8, 7, lift the chest, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the hands to the floor, lower the heels, straighten the legs, left arm up. Really lift. Catch your breath. Bring that hand down. Coming up on that toe raise. Bringing down into that seated posture. Find your balance and lift the upper body, guys. Cut up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the heels down and let's find that chair. Yes, I know your legs are burning. Holding. Lift that body. Let's bring it forward. Straighten the legs. And breathe, guys. Forward fold. Let's shake it out. Let's walk the hands around to the right side of the right foot. Gazing over that right shoulder behind you and hold. Breathe here. You should really feel that in the back of the hamstring. And let's walk around to the left side. Looking over that left shoulder and hold. Beautiful. Come back center. And let's root to rise here. Coming up strong. Inhale. Let's press those hips forward. Cactus arms. Gaze up. Lifting back up. Let's hang on to that left wrist and let's stretch the body over. Come on, really pull. Gaze up at the ceiling. And reverse. Stretch. And lift up center. Bring the hands to prayer. Let's come down and across that knee. And hold. Breathe. Let's see if we can shift that weight to the right foot and hover that left foot off the floor. Holding. And release. Find chair. Ooh! We're waking up now and across. Holding. Hover that right foot off the floor. And release. Find chair. And lift. Good. Arch back. Breathe in. And release. Beautiful job. All right, let's come forward. Let's find our blocks. Give me a minute to pull my pants up. Let's find our blocks here. We're going to move them to the inside of our foot. So we've got a block on either side of our feet. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bring our palms down to the block. We're going to sit our knees down. We're going to hold here. Then we're going to lift the blocks up parallel to the body and through. And back. And through. And back. And through. And back. And through. One more time. I know. Legs. Bring your blocks to the floor and stretch. Woo! Let's go ahead and find the back of the legs. Find your elbows above the knees. Stand as tall as you can. Hug your body, pulling the nose to the knee. And hold. Did you feel anything at all? Yeah. I did. Now let's go ahead and find our blocks. Let's lift our right leg up toward the ceiling. Stretching, nose to the knee. Now we're going to bring that foot through. Sweep. And lift. And sweep. And bow. And sweep. And bow. And sweep. And bow. And two more. One more. Now tuck that ankle behind the left knee. Lift your head and pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Sit back in that heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it up and release it down. Find the back of the legs and hug. Woo! Find your breath here. All right, let's find those blocks. Left leg lifts up. Nice and tall. Swing it through. Now when you lift it up, go ahead and bow, push that head to the knees. Lift the head, sweep, and up, and head to the knee. And sweep, and bow, and sweep, and bow. 3 more. Press. 2 more. Press. 1 more. Press. And let's tuck that left ankle behind the right knee. Lift the head. Wave the heels. Press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stretch it up. And bring the foot back down. And hug the knees again. Find your elbows, pulling that nose to your knee. Did you feel anything? Now let's grab the blocks, push them in front of you, come up on your fingertips, and lift the whole upper body. Wiggle those toes, straighten those legs, breathe. in, y'all. Press into those heels, lift those hips. Good. Step your right foot back. Keeping those blocks forward. Pull back. Trying to straighten both of those legs. Bring the head in line with the shoulders, guys. All 10 toes forward. Release the head through the arms and breathe. Woo! Oh man, I feel that. By extending the arms with those blocks, we're adding in that extra stretch. Now kick it forward and lift the back leg. Support it on those blocks. Your toe is facing the ground. Hold here. Breathe. Now whether your hands are on the floor or on your blocks, we're going to maintain that strong right leg. We're going to bend the left leg and we're going to hop. 8, 7, 6, 5, land soft. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Woo! And bring it down. Right leg to the floor, left leg back, and pull back. Pull back, pull back. Straightening that front leg the best that you can. Lining up those ears with those shoulders. Breathe. Woo! Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's come forward, lifting that back leg. Toe is straight out towards the floor, leg behind you. Let's bend. Here we go. 8, soft. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And bring it down. Good. Keeping the blocks there. Pull everything back. Head in line with the spine. Lifting those toes all the way to your heels here. Breathe. Good. Let's open the feet to the edges of our mat, turning those toes out. And let's have a seat here. Good. Pressing those elbows into the knees. Sitting up tall, guys. Try not to pitch forward. Try to really press the body up. Opening that chest. Inhale and exhale. Reach that arm down. Find the floor with that right hand. Open with the left. Beautiful stretch here. Let's come down with the left hand inside the knee. Press back and open. Good. Nice. And let's release down. Hold here. Breathe. Let's rise up from here. We can do it. Come up. Strong. Turn the toes forward. Reaching back. Coming down. Forward fold. Find the floor with the fingertips. Lift halfway. Head up. Breathe. And release back down. Root to rise. Inhale up. Arch back. Hands to the chest, forward fold. Find the floor. Halfway lift, breathe in. And release down. Good. Let's go ahead and come onto our knees. I think we're ready for our back series. If you need a quick drink of water, get it. Good morning, I see some of you popping up over there. If you need a drink of water, go ahead and get it. We're gonna go ahead and bring our blocks back. posture, which is really activating the small of the back. So what I want you to do is take your blocks, come up on your knees. We're going to open the knees, and we're going to keep the toes together. So opening up those knees, bringing the feet in. I want you to tip your hips forward. I want you to have your blocks back, and I just want you to start to feel what that feels like to push the back through. So you're nice and tall here on my blocks. Now, go ahead and see what it feels like to release your head. Uncomfortable for some of you, yes, it's okay. That's why we've got these nice tall blocks, a big book. Maybe you've got a big weight. Maybe you've got something else tall like that that you can use. Pushing those hips forward. Now I want you to lift your head, and I want us to practice pulling the hips back through to a seated position. All right? Yes? All right, so let's come up again on our knees. This time, now that you've experienced that, go ahead and open those feet up. Push the hips forward, reach for the blocks, and release the head. If you're very flexible, you may already have your hands on the floor. Now, don't do anything but lift your head, and let's engage that core and pull back through. Yeah? I know, low back work is tough. Let's try that one more time before we move on, okay? You're gonna come up to your knees. You're gonna always squeeze the hips. Find your block, whatever you've got, release the head. Pushing your belly button forward. Lift the head and pull through to a seated posture. Very good. All right, so we've got our blocks. We're just gonna move them a tiny bit off the mat, and we're gonna get ready to bring that into a full sequence of movements. All right, so you're gonna be up on our knees. We're gonna reach out on our mat. We're gonna scoop up like that. All right, let's practice that part, all right? Pull back, come up to your knees. Good. We're gonna reach out on the mat, push your hips back. As soon as your hands hit, bow your head, bend your elbows. We're gonna scoop up to up dog and pull back. Lift the arms. And up we go, all right? Out on the mat, scoop, up dog. Maybe you lift your hips, maybe you don't, up to you. Knees back down, release, pull back. Up, one more time. Scoop, up dog, knees down, and release. All right, this time we're gonna add the back into it, okay? Here we go. Up tall, out on the mat. Scoop, up dog, hold it. Knees down. Slide your hands back. Find your blocks. Push the hips forward. Lift the head only. Pull the hips back. And here we go. Scoop, up dog, hold. Knees come down. Slide the hands back. Find your block. Push your hips through. Lift your head. Pull the hips back. Find out. Dive out. Scoop. Hold. Knees down. Draw the hands back. Find your blocks and press. Head up. Pull, guys, pull. Drive out on your mat. Scoop up. Hold. Knees down. Pull back. Find your blocks. Press. Let's come up from there. Bring your right leg forward. Let's step way forward out on the mat. Bring those hips down. Right fingertips to the floor. Left hand overhead. Stretch, y'all. And release. Let's pull back, flex that foot. Bringing that nose down to the knee. Bringing those toes back towards your face. And hold. Now let's come forward. Let's come up on our back toe. And let's bring the hands inside that right foot. Holding strong here for a bigger stretch. We're going to roll off. And we're going to open up that chest. Hold. Great for the hips. And release. Go ahead and straighten the leg here. Hold and pull back. Good. Let's separate the hands. Slide that right leg back. And let's find our knees. Now this time, we're going to do it without blocks. Maintain the same thing we were doing already, unless you want to push it a little further with me and do it without blocks. Now, without blocks, we're going to be working with our heels. So you're going to come up on your toes, which gives you about 4 more inches, to find those heels and stretch forward here. Again, I lift my head and I go ahead and pull my hips through. Here we go. Out on the mat. Scoop up. Knees down. Now here's the change here. When we slide down, we're going to go ahead and set our head on the floor. Without the blocks. This is without the blocks. Slide our hands back to our heels. Lift the head. Press the body through. Lift your head. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Strength there. Dive forward. Up dog, hold. Knees down. Pull back, guys. All the way back. Find your heels. Press your body forward and through. Lift the head. Pull the body back. Breathe. One more time. Here we go. Up. Yeah, I love this one. You just got to practice. It's kind of hard to teach online. Slide your hands back and lift. But now you have something you can practice. Lift the head. Good. Come up to those knees. And let's bring that left foot forward. Coming down. Find that left side. Stretch. Looking up. Right hand down. Let's flex that foot. Pull back, toe lifted. Dropping the head down. Bowing down towards that foot. Good. Bending that front knee. Let's come up on that back toe. Hands inside that left foot. Press those hips down. Holding here is fine. Or if you want to open up that hip, roll off that foot. Look over that shoulder. Bring the hand back in and stretch the legs, guys. Woo, it's a big one. Hold. Now let's go ahead and let's turn on our mat. Toes angle in towards each other. Good. Let's see if we can grab the back of those ankles and just really pull that chin to the chest. See if you can hang nice and heavy here. And breathe. Knees are soft, not hyperextended. Head hangs heavy. And hold. Breathe for me. Now let's come through up on the fingertips. Lift the back strong. Head up. Beautiful. Breathe. Let's walk over to that front foot. Let's bend that knee. All 10 toes are forward. Bend that knee. You're going to feel that in that inside thigh. Hold. Head up. And let's walk to the back of the mat. Head up. Hold. Feel that inside thigh stretch. Head up. I say head up a lot because it's very easy to just drop that thing. Come back up. Good, let's heel toe the feet in. And again, let's work on that balance posture we worked on last week. Bring the heels together. You can use your block if you need to lift your upper body. Find your balance here. Hold your stomach nice and tight. Pull those knees back. Lift your chest. And balance. Good, hold. Now pressing those heels in, we're going to lift, up, hold, and down. You can do it. And lift. Staying on those toes, straighten those legs, and down. Strong legs. We've got one more. And grow. And hold. And down. I know. Hold here. Good. And let's turn to the front of our mat, keeping that left knee forward and bringing that right knee behind us. Move on my equipment. Coming up on the top of that back knee, we're going to open this front leg. We're going to lift up tall here. Good. Find the floor or your blocks and really push that head up. Arch the back. Same with our theme of the back. Breathe. Now, let's walk the hands out forward. On the floor, lay the body weight down, extend the arms, drop the head, and breathe for me. Inhale and exhale. Breathe, guys. Inhale and exhale. Set that weight down on that leg. Let those hips open up. Now let's see how we do. If we pull our hands back, we don't use our hands on the floor. We lift up as tall as we can. Up, reach. And then let's just pivot our body towards that foot. And we're going to bring that back leg up. Now if you can hang on to it from here, that's great. If you can see if you can just kind of loop it into, I'm stuck in my watch. Loop it into the crook of your arm. Sit up as tall as you can. Breathe. It's hard to breathe in this position. Relax. Pull that air in. Head up. Work on this at home, okay? Work on that stretch. Really opening up that flexibility in that quad. Let's hang on to that foot and let's bring it around. All right, let's bring it all the way through and up. Bring your chest up tall. Let's go ahead and float back, the move I love so much. And float that foot. Breathe for me. Sit up tall. Hang in. For 8, 7, 6. Remember not to slunch. Pull up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring this right leg forward, left leg back. I think I just made a word up there, slunch. I think that was slump and slouch mixed together. So slunch, there's your new word for the week. Bring that foot forward. You're up on that back knee, guys. Use the floor to start. Push back. Challenge that small low back to open for you. Let's bring it down on the floor. Straight out. Weight down on that leg. Breathe and
and breathe some more. You've got to have that air. The more oxygen, the more pliable those muscles become. All right, everything you've got. Push up, reach up, lift. Then we pivot to the back. We find that foot. Maybe on one side you only can get it into your hand, and that's fine. Maybe you can hook it into that arm. Sit up tall and breathe. It's challenging. Inhale and exhale. Hang on to that foot. Let's bring it around. Here we go. Coming up. Lay back and float that right foot off the floor. Pull your chest up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take this top leg. Bottom leg tucks, top leg comes on top. Now for this posture, you kind of wrestle your knees into place. Kind of rough them up a little. You're trying to stack the knees on top of each other. I'm close, not all the way there. Rolling those feet off the sides. Making sure both hips are down. Take a breath. And we're going to sink the nose to that knee. And we're going to hang out, guys. I know. Hang out here. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Try to relax the shoulders. Relax that head. Breathe. Let's come up. Let's find a big toe in each hand. Roll back on those hips and let's open. Sit up tall. Sit up tall. Lift your back. Good. This time, let's see. Yeah, right leg goes on top. Let's pull those knees in. Wrestle them down. Make sure you drop this hip back to the floor. Sit up with a breath. And exhale down. Relaxing that head, guys. I know you can feel that in the hips like crazy. Try to sink into it. Try to breathe. Inhale, exhale. This time I'm going to challenge you to find those big toes with your feet close together and bringing them up right in front. Lift that head. Straighten those legs. We're going to hold it because I know you want to be able to do it. I know you want to get there and hold it with me. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's bring it down. Let's go ahead and roll back. Slow. 1 vertebrae at a time. Yes. Good. Let's bring those arms overhead. Palms up, and let's pull the knees in. Flex your feet. Relax your upper body. We're going to tap those heels to the floor. Tap and pull back. For 8, try to keep your whole back on the floor. 7. I'm giving you a challenge by keeping your hands over your head. 6. If it's just too much, bring your arms down. 5, 4, 3. No daylight under that spine. 2, and 1. Extend the legs all the way up. Push, 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 push. Good. Let's bring the knees in. Let's take the right arm across the left knee, left arm out to your side, and let's bring the knees all plop down. I did a little bit of a plop. Now weigh that top knee down with your hand, and let's focus on this left shoulder. That hand is out and it's on the floor. I want you to turn and look to your left hand and try to get that left shoulder blade back on the ground. 3 deep breaths here, guys. Inhale, exhale. And again. And exhale. Good. Let's lift the head back up center. Open your right arm. Pull the knees up. Left arm comes across. And we're going to pull it down to your side. Right arm extended. Come all the way down. We're going to look to that hand. Pressing that shoulder blade back down as we stretch and relax. Breathing here. 3 deep breaths. Focus on that right shoulder blade. Really let those hips open up. We did a lot of good work today. 1 more breath here. Good. Let's go ahead and open those arms into that T. Bring the knees up and let's walk the feet out. Lifting the arms overhead. Let's hover those heels off the ground. Let's roll the ankles one direction and then the other. Good. And then let's go ahead and bring the hands down right beside the body. Shake your head no on the floor. Nice and easy, side to side. And then let's bring the chin right up to the chest, pressing the back into the floor. And then release. Raising your right arm over your head, let's go ahead and roll your body onto your right side. Give yourself a chance, give that back a chance to realign with no pressure on it. Taking a breath here. Thanks for working out with me today, stretching. Inhale and exhale. Remember to take good care of yourself while you're at home. Lots of fruit and veggies, build your immune system. Real Meals Kitchen. Woo woo.
Shout out.
Shout out. All right, guys, let's come on up to a seated position. Take your time. Let's cross those legs. Sit up tall. And let's take a couple of breaths here. In through the nose. Now let's work on that I always want to say chai tea. It's Tai Chi, not chai tea. Bringing those arms down. We're going to pull the air down nice and tight to the body. We're going to float the fingertips up. Make that fist and pull down. And float up. Make that fist and pull down. 1 more time. Fingertips up. And pull in. Hands to the body. Good. We'll say namaste, which means the soul in me honors the soul in you. Scripture of the day that we did at the beginning. The Lord keeps in perfect peace all whose eyes are fixed on him. So just keep that in mind during this challenging season. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed day. Love you all.